Thank you. Now what?
We'll have them picked up.
Great.
So you can call this number right here to see when that happens.
Okay. And I give this report to the credit card company?
Yes. And, excuse me, that's the report number up top.
Okay. Thank you.
What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sisters fans. Now, let me just say, it goes about saying that Karen was not a fan favorite last night. I mean, she was a favorite to trash. I mean, it's difficult to come out of an episode of Sisters as one of the more unlikable characters, especially this season, where it felt like every episode just made Andy look worse and worse. But last night, she came out of episode, what was it, episode 15, looking pretty good in regards to, oh, she's taking those baby steps, but she is weaning off, if you will, from the teat that is Gary's abuse. That was a weird analogy, but make sure you like the video, go ahead and hit subscribe, click the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now, I have friends who work in law enforcement, friends who work as police, and I have a couple friends who work in law, and I actually hit a couple of them up. And whenever I do, I have to make it clear, like, just so you know, this is a TV scenario, because, you know, obviously, like, if you work in a particular field and somebody hits you up with a question, then even though it might sound hypothetical, you're like, so are you the victim of credit card fraud? Like, no, let me explain. This is Tyler Perry show. Oh, okay, never mind. It's one of the shows you review. So I pretty much asked, okay, here's the scenario. So in the episode of Sisters, Karen, or I'll just say like this particular character, they're at the police station filling out a warrant for the arrest of someone because they believe they were the victims of credit card fraudulent activity by this particular person. Are the police then allowed to just go ahead and arrest this person, even though there was a friend of said character, Sabrina, to Karen, who said, oh, I actually called somebody I know who works at the sister company / sister bank of the bank I work at. She can look over these charges, confirm where they're from, and possibly narrow down whether or not if Zach is the one who did it. It'll take a couple of days, but I'll hit you up as soon as I know anything. Last night, we got no such scene between Karen and Sabrina, especially because of the fact that that particular episode took place directly after last week's, meaning that it was the same mother freaking day. Honestly, it hadn't been, because remember, the beginning of the episode, most of the episode was at night, and then it was 7:30 the next morning when we had the scene between Fatima and Zach waking up, you know, where Fatima called Karen because she was going to get her hair done, and Karen was already at the police station. So we can assume that the scene that took place between Aaron and Karen that morning in bed was around maybe 6-ish, and then it was 7:30 when she was at the police station. So without giving Sabrina any time, or should I say, without giving Sabrina's friend any time to look into the fraudulent activity, Karen filled out the documents and she asked what's going to happen now. Well, all the information you gave us, the phone numbers and whatnot, nothing. We'll take care of the rest. We'll bring them in and we'll call you with any updates. So then Zach is pulled over and told to get out of the vehicle because he's under arrest. And then in the next episode, he's brought into the station and then locked up. Yeah, that doesn't happen. No, there are just so many reasons why in real life that particular scenario was messed up. And look, I'm not going to rant about it because we've been watching these Tyler Perry shows for years. We know good and well there have been plenty of scenarios where if this happened in the real world, it would not happen the way it did right there. Exactly. I'm not tripping on it. I just think that it makes zero sense because of the fact that we know that Zach is driving a truck owned by chain breakers. That's not his truck. That's not his registration, or well, that's not his license plate or anything. So how would Karen know, or the police for that matter, that Zach is driving that vehicle? So when he gets pulled over, I'm like, I mean, does the police, you know, the facial recognition, did they just, oh wait, that guy looks like that Zach character, so he pulls him over? There are just so many things that make no sense about this. Because if it was Hayden, then it would make sense, because he knows about Fatima and the whole chain breaker things, and oh, okay, so he's driving that truck. Okay, I can arrange for this thing to happen. It's almost like Zemo in Captain America Civil War. He's the man behind the, he's the man in the chair, setting things in motion. Okay, I'm going to manipulate Karen to make it seem like Zach was the one that caused this fraudulent activity, and then I know a guy at the police station, so when she files a warrant, I can give him the information for the truck. No, this just seems like a huge mix-up. Maybe things will be explained in the next episode, but as it stands, there are just so many reasons why Zach getting arrested doesn't work, and I'm not just saying that because he didn't do it. I'm saying that in terms of real-world law and warrants and all, no, that makes no sense at all. It does not make any sense. And also, why did she fill out the warrant? Do you think she did it because of bad writing? Or do you think she did it to prove to herself, because Aaron said, you're still in love with Zach, you still call out his name when you're asleep? Do you think this was her way to kind of get rid of Zach in regards to, yeah, this will prove that I'm over him? Because if so, that really makes it look like a B. I'm not even going to say the word because plenty of people in the Facebook group already did that. I think, you know what? I think maybe Tyler Perry did a trade-off, because remember, I've been saying since the beginning of season 2, I really wish Tyler did not write it where Zach broke into the hotel room to fight with Aaron and then got arrested. That was the only thing about this season I didn't like, well, except for his immature behavior when he found out Fatima had dated some other guys from the Chainbreaker group. But that was like the biggest misstep. So do you think Tyler was making things even by having Karen jump the gun and have that warrant for her, well, him to be arrested? If so, bravo, Tyler Perry, but it still pisses me off. But it just makes zero sense that that's the reason he got locked up, because here's what I think is going to play out. So we know Fatima is going to go over to Karen to get her hair done in the next episode. They're going to talk because they got along when they first met at girls' night. So with Zach behind bars, do you think it's going to be a situation where they find out, oh my God, you're dating my ex? And then it's like, oh my God, you're the ex he told me about. And then, oh yeah, I'm Andy's friend, co-worker, whatever. So do you think when Zach's innocence is proven, what do you think is going to happen? Because it's going to be funny, because you got Zach who's living up with Fatima and he's happy. And then Karen, she's feeling not so content because of the fact she has to remain celibate to be with Aaron, and she's questioning whether or not it's worth it. So I feel like if nothing else, this is setting up Karen to have a huge egg on her face. Where's her mom? I mean, where's Miss Lisa when you need her? Because I feel like if nothing else, she's the one that talks sense into her. It's kind of, again, I'll make another Captain America Civil War reference. I might watch that movie today, even though I watched it last week. It's like, I know a lot of people were like about Captain America Civil War. I understand why Nick Fury wasn't in the movie, because if Nick Fury was in the movie, he would have told Cap and Tony to sit their asses down, and he would have gotten things straightened out, so there wouldn't have been no fight. I feel the same thing with Miss Lisa, because Miss Lisa, she tell Karen, okay, that doesn't sound like Zach. Yeah, that's his name, but this doesn't sound like Zach. So I feel like, well, hell, all the women told her, yeah, this doesn't sound like Zach, but she doesn't want to hear it. I just feel like Karen is acting out from a place of hurt, and a place to prove herself is like, oh yeah, this will prove I'm over Zach by getting him arrested. So yeah, this was a bad move. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. There are a lot of things that didn't make sense. I think for me, one of the worst things is Karen not waiting for the confirmation that these charges, you know, were Zach. But yeah, this doesn't make it look good at all. It certainly does not. So let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and donate to the channel if you would like on PayPal or Cash App. Remember, I'm saving up for the house. And with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.